You want to hear a shitty story?
Yeah! Shitty story it is.
It's not much difference, really. You'll get what I tell you, and sometimes it's true, sometimes it isn't. I promise nothing and apologize for nothing. I apologize for everything that I will do eventually.
I regret nothing.
I covered it. So anyway, I used to be friends. Oh, this is a story about how I blew it. I wrote this article and did this interview where I talked about bands that how I thought that they'd blown it. You know, but there were bands that I was fan. I had to be a fan of the band. You know, it's like I had to like the band. You know, I had to be like, you know, I love this band. Here's what I think they did wrong. Well, it's only fair to tell you what I did wrong. And this is a major career fuck up. Major, it's radiant. Absolutely radiant. Okay. So I used to be friends with Dave Grohl, right? Everybody knows Dave. He's a very famous guy. Who? Used to be is the key word.
Used to be.
I said used to be.
Used to be. Learn to fly.
Relax.
Ah.
Better mark's coming. So I met Dave when he was in a band called Scream from Washington, D.C. They were my favorite band from the D.C. Discord scene. I thought that the first record they put out was amazing, but that record Dave wasn't actually on. Okay. Their drummer, at the time, the original drummer, had quit the band after he had done an extensive tour. He was married with a kid. At home, he'd done an extensive tour. He came home, and his 2 or 3 year old child had no idea who he was. And so he said, "I quit. I can't go anymore. This is crazy. My kid's scared of me now. You know, it's not working." So he quit. So then Dave came in. So anyway, I love that record, and that's how I met Dave. Was through Scream. We played with him. Anyway, we had remained friends to a certain point, and then Dave did his things up here. You know, I did my things down here. You know, they didn't really cross too much. I wasn't at the Oscars or the Grammys or any of those sorts of things. Oh, I wouldn't go anyway. You know, this story's about that. It's about that. So I see in LA a few years ago. I see Scream's gonna play. You know, it's a couple years ago. I don't know, 3 years ago. Scream's gonna play. The original lineup's gonna play in LA. Oh fuck! I can't wait. I gotta go see this. This is really good. So I go to the show. It's in a club not unlike this show, which is it's a perfect place as far as I'm concerned. This is the kinds of clubs that I started out in. I love these kinds of places. We always continue to play these places because I appreciate it. And the one thing I always loved about punk rock to begin with was the intimacy of it.
Yeah.
You do not get that in a non-venue. If I want to go to a venue that's designed for a hockey match, I want to be sitting down and watching a hockey match. Is that too much to ask? That's why I love places like this, so you can see what's going on. I love that from the beginning. Okay, anyway. So they're playing a club like this. I go to the show. Who's there? Dave Grohl. There is Dave. This is exciting. I haven't seen Dave in 10 years at least. You know? Well. Dave wanted to, but I'm spoken for, Dave. Sorry. So I'm a man of my word. So, anyway, Dave said, "Hey man, like, you know, it's great to see you. Woo! Like, where have I been? You know, I don't know, not exactly Howard Hughes. It's relatively easy to look for and find. You know, that's a big surprise." And then he says the amazing thing, which is, "I don't think I have your new number." I said, "Well, Dave, I've lived in LA at that point for nearly 20 years, and I only have had one number." I didn't get that mean, but that's what I thought. I said, "That's okay, Dave. Here, I'll give you my number." So, anyway, we exchanged numbers. And so, "Get a hold of me, man. That'll be great. We'll hang out, blah, 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 you know." Okay, great. Scream was great, by the way. It was really fun. And so I text him. Nothing. Text again. A few days later, nothing. So then, you know, I just leave it. That's okay. Cool. Whatever. You know. Dave was being nice. Give me the number. So I just put it back in my pocket and forgot about it, you know? Well, a few weeks later, who's calling me? Dave Grohl. I thought, what? I'm sure Dave Grohl's calling. I answer it. Hello? You know? Dave's like, "Hey man, I'm in this other band called Them Crooked Vultures, who I'm semi-aware of. I'm not super aware of them. And we're playing a show in LA. And I really want you to come down as my special guest. You know, I'll treat you really well. You can meet John Paul Jones, a guy from Led Zeppelin. You know, I said, oh yeah, I know who it is. Yeah. I've heard of that. A new band. Nobody wants to go see a local band play. You know? He's like, oh, you a special guest. You meet John Paul Jones, come to the show. Blah blah blah. Be VIP. Blah whatever. You know. I was like, oh, well, when is it? And he's like, oh, it's this date. And I go, oh fuck, man, I got Dodger tickets that night. I said, you could go with me to the game if you want. Oh, okay, man, that's cool. And I never heard from him again. Yeah. That's my story. I'm sorry, look. I could have been doing blow with the guy from Led Zeppelin. The Dodgers won, by the way.
Yeah!
I like it. But anyway, I got off the phone and my wife's always listening to the whole thing. She goes, you're the only person in the world that would have turned that down. What are you thinking? You know, used to be manager for the Royals. Sorry. I just couldn't stomach it, so I blew it. Anyway. I told you it was a long-winded story.
And that's what...
Did you at least like the story?
Yeah!
You're a Giants fan. Well, yeah, I love the Giants.
Go Royals!
Yeah, wrong league, actually. Listen, if you like that story, I got a better story, a good story about Patton, I'll tell you later.
Yes!
Yes! Any story about that?
Hold like I might need a new cable. 1 second.
New Cable, that's my favorite song.